makes a lot of difference.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Is it that the man is the one that will be pushing out the baby, or to me
They'll bring the baby out together.
but you know, I've heard of some women who say they don't want their husbands getting.
Let her have a taste of the amala.
If you can do that, I think you should go ahead, like what Laura said. You go ahead, you do it. Just make her feel comfortable. Don't forget, it's just for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're welcome to Little Fit. Oyebade Jimade is my name, and here with me is
Laura Sholanke.
like I said a few minutes ago, you're welcome to Little Fit, where we talk about kids, pregnancy, and every other thing you need to know about a child, and many more in stock as time goes on. And today we're talking about how you ought to respond to your wife's delivery signs, or the signs of delivery your wife might have been putting on or might want to start exhibiting. Last episode we talked about how you ought to respond to your pregnant wife, or how you ought to respond to your pregnant sister, and she, not me,
We.
have you watched the last episode? Please go and get it. Pen TV YouTube. We won't talk about the last episode, but we'll get straight to what we are talking about today. I've come to observe them and to learn that wives get to, or women get to respond differently to the pregnancy delivery.
Yes, it differs.
Yeah, okay, depending on the body system.
Yes.
Some get to have body aches, some get to have leg pains.
It depends on the hormones.
On the hormones. And if you're able to actually have your wife or that woman in the hospital from the 7th month.
Yes, the earlier the better.
The earlier the better. Then you're
from the 7th month.
Yeah.
Let's say from the 7th month. Some might even start from the 6th month.
Yeah, some even put to bed.
Yes,
6,
because
7.
most women nowadays, they put to bed earlier than their normal delivery date given to them.
Yes, it's true. If you're able to do that, you're able to register that woman at the hospital. Fine to go.
Very early.
But if you actually have this woman around you, and then you've been seeing output of some signs, and then you're wondering what is going on.
Yes.
How am I supposed to cope with this? One of the signs that you have to look out for is the fact that their body systems get to change. When I say body systems, I don't mean the outer part. I mean their hormones, their systems within. Yes, changes. There's this switch.
There's this snap.
Yes, they become highly sensitive. That this very woman at this very stage doesn't want to hear how bad she is, doesn't want to hear how bad she feels.
No pregnant woman wants to hear how ugly she looks.
She looks like
in a pregnancy stage.
Yes, especially that delivery stage. When she's close to, she wants to put to bed. This doesn't just apply to that woman that's at home. It also applies to that woman registered at the hospital. You get to call her.
Yes.
Remind her of the beautiful moments you spent together. By doing that, you're calming her nerves down.
Exactly.
At that point in time, she's already going through this very tension. Especially if it's her first child. She has no idea what it feels like, what it looks like. And 80% of women, that 80%, let me say like 70% of women get to go through this mild depression.
Yes.
Before, even during delivery stage, before they actually put to bed. Why you get to have 50% of them get to go through this high rate of depression, immediately after delivery. What causes that after delivery depression is the fact that before delivery or close to delivery, they were actually on this very tense atmosphere.
Yes, tense atmosphere, like you said.
Yes.
It affects them. It affects them.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Emotionally, it affects them. So when you get to have a woman who is complaining of backache while you're watching the TV, while you're trying to put things in place, we're not saying that the very first mester or the very first time of the pregnancy is when she gets to talk about backache, and then you have to it's time to deliver. No. Backache might actually start right from the very first day of her pregnancy.
Yes.
That's why you get to have women who get to have pillows behind their backs when they sit. To support them. But here's the difference. Now, the backache she complains about when she's close to delivery is actually different
from the one she's going to get when she's
at the very first stage of
pregnancy, and then when she is about to get delivered.
Yes. Why is this so? It's so because she's not the only one pushing out. Now, even at that moment, she's not pushing out. The baby inside is pushing out.
Finding its way out.
Body. Yes, because it's due. 2. Now, this is what happens. There's this thing we call water breaks.
That's the first thing that will happen to a pregnant woman due to give birth.
Which
the
doesn't
water
apply.
breaks.
Yeah, and I feel which doesn't apply to everybody.
It applies to everybody.
The water breaking, because I know a particular woman who said,
well, it differs a little.
I was about it, yeah.
It differs a little. Some have the water breaks at first before falling into the normal labor, while some have theirs breaking during their labor. Yes.
Yeah.
While some also have theirs break at least maybe towards that time of delivery.
Very close to that delivery stage. Okay, because I've heard people say, why is she complaining of bad headache? Why is she saying she can't stand up? But we haven't seen water. And then the woman is close to
delivering the baby.
It's not all women that can put to bed themselves. I want to say
not
that.
all women that have that strength.
That strength
to give birth by themselves.
Yes.
Some go into coma.
Yes. Some go into this long time depression whereby they have to just carry out operations on them. And you know, some go into states whereby they don't even know who they are anymore.
They lose their mind.
Yes, they lose their minds.
Women goes through a lot.
Yes.
During pregnancy and during childbirth. Yes.
And that's why we said during pregnancy, you need to actually make this woman comfortable.
So,
put her in a very conducive atmosphere.
The men, in brackets, the husbands, should at least tend to give their wives, their pregnant wives, enough of time, enough of emotional support. I'll put it like that. Enough of emotional support, and then they should tend to take care of them during that period. It's just a short while. After that, the woman is good to go. For that period, their husband should take care of them like eggs, because they are already fragile. Women are fragile right from start. Now getting to give birth to another human being again, for that period, they should please give them rest of mind. At that moment, from that first month to the 9th month, they go through a lot. So they need emotional support throughout.
Yeah, so don't only say water has not broken, this has not happened, then I'm not going to say it. Your wife's body system is different from your neighbor's wife's body system.
Exactly.
Yes. And I want to say this, the nurse that is actually telling you that water must break before you actually, our body,
the body differs.
That's why I don't really support the fact that
we have different body systems.
We have different body systems
that works differently. What happens to Mrs. A is not necessarily going to happen to Mrs. B.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not going to happen that way.
It's not.
Yes.
So now you get to have the backache, you get to have the water breaking, and then some even get to bleed. Some
blood.
Yes, some get to bleed. At that point in time, I need you to understand the fact that their waist now needs help. When I say their waist needs help, they can't stand up from where they are. They need
assistance.
They need assistance. Yes. They need this support. Yes, they can't lift their legs. Their legs are weak. And that's when you get to see her. She can't stand up from that chair. She can't move an inch. She can't. I'm not saying this applies to all pregnant women. We have some pregnant women who are able to transport themselves from their house to the hospital by themselves, and they're able to push out. We even have some who give birth at home.
Yes.
Body systems are actually different. So don't look at your wife and then you get to tell your wife you're lazy.
And please,
yeah,
don't leave your pregnant wife alone in the house.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous and a very delicate issue.
Yeah.
At least they should get an elderly person that will stay with her.
Yeah.
In case of anything might happen.
Laura,
if it's not around. Yes.
An experienced elderly person.
Yes. An experienced elderly person. Not just an elderly person who doesn't know what to do.
With patience.
Yes.
Has tolerance.
Exactly.
And I want to say this word, and then understand the woman. And has been able to understand the woman
her
over
body
time.
Language.
Thank you so much. Her body language. Because I read a story of a woman who says, I had to drag myself to the hospital myself because my mother-in-law, apart from
that, even if she has a mother-in-law with her, the mother-in-law might be nonchalant.
Do you know the woman said, the mother-in-law said, there's no water, so you can't be close to delivery.
You can imagine that.
It's not everybody that gets to have this water thing.
Yes, at first.
You know what prompted the woman telling her story? What prompted the woman telling her story was the fact that after delivery, she couldn't walk the way she used to walk again.
Wow.
The leg was affected.
It has affected her.
And that's why you get to see, we're still coming to this very talk after delivery. But right now, this moment, we're talking about how to respond to delivery signs.
Yes.
That's how you get to see some women who walk upright, who walk straight, and then after delivery, not because they went through operation, after delivery, they can't walk the way they walk.
Rightly again.
Like we said a few minutes ago, at that moment, their body systems are much more sensitive than even when they were actually in the pregnancy state. So you need to be very, very careful with these women. You need to be very, very careful with that pregnant woman around you. Don't try to say you're lazy. Why can't you do this? During my own time, I did it. I carried myself to the hospital. I did this myself. I just called my husband.
What you went through is very, very different from what another person will go through.
And that's why I don't support delivery stories. Tell me how it is. I'm like,
it differs.
I have no idea.
What I will go through.
And I don't even advise.
Time
it's different from what I will go through
during her time.
So when you have somebody around you, I fight against one who has given birth before telling a young mother how the delivery state will look like. Because at that point in time, what are you doing? You are hyping
anxiousness.
Yes. And when she finally gets married, she finally gets pregnant, she finally wants to put to bed. The only story
she'll be looking out to what you have told her, what you have fed her with.
Thank you so much.
Of which, at the end of the day, she will go through a different situation, a different experience.
No, let them have their stories themselves, please. Let them have their stories themselves.
Yes.
So apart from the backache, apart from the so-called water breaking out, apart from the waist pain, now we get to have some who go through what we call mild depression.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Mild depression is one of the delivery signs. Now, when I say mild depression, I'm not saying they're actually go into full depression. You permit full depression if you don't attend to them, if you don't care to them quickly, as much as you ought to. At that point in time now, what they need to hear is how cute they look like.
How beautiful they are. It calms their nerves down.
There is nothing as good as that. Now, during that period, during that state in time, she might call you, you're stupid. She might tell you, you're crazy.
You have to bear all this.
Please just cope.
You have to bear. Yes.
It's a must. I read a story of a woman who said his wife said, "Baby, you're mad. You did this to me. You did this to me." And then he left the woman.
Wow. That was so cruel.
You can't blame. No.
That was so cruel.
You can't blame. During one of our episodes, have you watched it before? Just go to Pen TV YouTube. During one of our episodes, we talked about men educating themselves. If the man had educated himself, he will know that at this point in time, my wife is just going through mild depression.
Yes.
There is nothing your wife won't call you when she's going through that state.
Then he will know what next to do.
What next to do? So while your wife, can I use it as an experiment? While your wife is saying that, what you have to do is just, baby, calm down.
Yeah.
Baby, calm down. Baby, calm down. Not all women will wait for you to do baby, calm down.
Yeah.
Some women run around the hospitals, some go wild, some scatter the hospitals, some do all manner and all sort of things. So if you have seen a calm pregnant woman, don't expect your wife to be calm.
To be calm too. Because I don't think she will be. No. Don't, please. At that point in time, understand the fact that she is not herself at all, especially if that is her first pregnancy. She has never seen such before. She has never experienced such before. So she needs your 100% cooperation. While some women get to do this all by themselves, and they just give you a phone call. Yeah, they have the capacity, they have the strength to go through it all alone, even without the help or without the assistance of their husbands.
Yeah.
Because not all pregnant women will have their husbands around them during that period.
Yeah.
From the first month to the 9th month. Well, they might have their husbands around, while some will have their husbands outside the country, so they have to cope on their own.
Laura, do you remember the episode you said you said that you know what I want to talk about?
Don't go there.
No, let me talk about. Let me talk about. Oh, you're anxious. Just go. Try and look at our former episode. There was something she said that was very, very funny. I have to find out for it. Okay, we talked about the back aches. We talked about the waist pain.
Yeah.
Now we've talked about the hormones swinging, and now we really want to talk about the pain she feels the pain she feels is much more than the menstrual pain.
Yes, much more.
Because because this is the head of a human being tearing, coming out. Tearing. How do I put it now? Tearing. What word can I use? Tearing a place that has never been torn before. Have you ever felt blade on your skin? The pain is much more than that. And now trying to break forth, trying to push forth, and she's trying to, you know.
We are not trying to scare.
No. We're not. No,
first timers.
No. We just want the man to understand. No.
Yeah, we just want the men to understand all those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so don't be scared.
Yeah, to let you know what your wife goes through.
Yeah.
When you start doing all sort of things to her after childbirth. When you start making her feel.
That's to make you to think twice.
Yes.
On how you treat your woman.
Yes. So she actually pushed out a human being.
Yeah.
You can't do. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to talk you down. Yeah. You guys, you're really doing fine.
You're really
so
doing
she's
fine.
going through this pain that is much more than menstrual pain, where she's trying to push out. She's trying to, she's not even at that moment in time. She's not trying to push out. She doesn't want the pain.
Yeah. if there are some things that she could do then to stop the pain, she would have done it.
She would have done
but
it.
But you have no choice, my dear.
So she's in between. Do I want you to come out? Oh, I should push you back.
Yeah.
Yes. And with all these signs, she might, if she's not in the hospital environment, she might get to the hospital and then the doctor says, woman, your baby is not close.